This Messiah Revelation Ministry is a ministry that warns about coming judgment. This warning will not be of any use to you if you have not accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, if you are not preparing yourself for the coming judgment. I know that the judgment of the Lord is coming, and I've consistently told you that the Lord has revealed to me since August 27, 2013, that the final trumpet of heaven has sounded. In this video, I'm just giving you an update about, I don't know if I will mention it, but I would say the Vaxx. You know what I mean when I say the Vaxx. The Vaxx is ready. The Vaxx for COVID-19 is ready. And as you are aware, United Kingdom is the first nation to roll the Vaxx. Is ready. Two companies, Pfizer Pharmaceutical is ready for the Vaxx, and Moderna, also a pharmaceutical company, is also ready for the Vaxx. So the Vaxx is being rolled in the United Kingdom, and I don't know what the implications are for the United Kingdom to be the first nation to roll the Vaxx for COVID-19. The COVID-19 is a pandemic or a pandemic that came as a result of works that they claim happened from Wuhan in China. But I believe that it's a demonic disease, and it is an alert that we have reached a point where the end is moving to a close, a final battle between the forces of good and the forces of evil. So the Vaxx is now being rolled in the United Kingdom, and the National Health Service and NHS is the governmental agency responsible for health, and they are assisting in rolling the Vaxx in the United Kingdom. The US is also preparing for that as the COVID ravages the economy of the United States. And so many things are happening. The pharmaceutical companies who have produced this Vaxx, I believe that they will have a lot of influence over governments to commence regulations and procedures in connection with the Vaxx. And we can think of so many regulations and procedures. For example, if you don't have the Vaxx, will you be able to enter a bank? If you don't have the Vaxx, will you be able to operate a church? If you don't have the Vaxx, will you be able to board an airplane? These things are happening, and Qantas Airlines from Australia has already said that they are going to demand the Vaxx in the form of COVID immunity passports for passengers to be able to board the airline on international flights. And it will also be required that if you don't have the Vaxx, then you may not be able to re-enter Australia. One of the members of the channel asked me a very difficult question, whether she has to take the Vaxx and whether it's time to go home. I don't know which country it comes from, but there will be a time where you will be outside your country thousands of miles away and you want to go back to your country, and you can only go by flying, taking an international airline, and the International Air Transport Association will have a regulation that you have to be able to produce evidence that you have the vax, otherwise you cannot board the plane. So where will you be? Will you be stuck in a foreign country? So the choice is up to you. The choice is up to you. Remember the case of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were told to worship the demon or the world, and they refused. And you know what happened to them. You know Daniel was asked to not to worship his Lord, and he has to worship the king. And you know what happened to him. He was ready to die and not to succumb. And the mark of the beast will be introduced, and those who take it, they will be cast into the lake of fire. So the time will come where you experience Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego choice. You experience a Daniel choice, whether to die or to live. And so the time is coming. The time is coming. The vax is going to be rolled up. It has started in the United Kingdom. It's going to start in the United States, and it will also start in other parts of the world. Be rest assured that the vast companies are going to influence government to introduce certain policies, which will be such that if you do not comply with certain things, including taking the vax, then there are so many things you cannot do. In other words, you cannot buy, you cannot sell, you cannot practice your trade. So the days are coming. Unfortunately, the days are coming very soon. Even before 2021, we see the vax being rolled up in the United Kingdom, and you see the fact that the world is being prepared for the vax to be taken by everyone, and very soon there will be requirement of digital ID. So the forces are preparing. They are preparing for a final battle, knowing very well that the final trumpet of heaven has sounded. So this is an update to let you know that the vax has come, and for those who decide not to take it, it will be a test of your faith and a test of your wills. You have to remember that some people will die and be martyrs for the Lord, and your choice will either take you to heaven or your choice will take you to hell. This is Messiah Revelation Ministry, alerting you that we don't have time at all. The agents of Lucifer are preparing for the final battle. They are rolling up policies and conditions which are very difficult to meet. If you don't meet, they are very difficult to accept, and if you don't accept those conditions, you may not be able to buy or sell, and that will be the same situation when the final mark of the beast is being introduced in this world. We have reached a tipping point. This is Messiah Revelation Ministry, spreading the word of the Lord to all the four corners of the earth. Thank you.